whatever they say, it's going to be listened to. We got a call.
You know that's for you.
Do I get to pick it up?
Yeah.
Gibson speaking.
Hey, it's Ben from Watch What Crappens, and my question is about the Valley, and I want to know about Janet and Jason, because they've been sort of persona non grata, last season, at the end of last season especially, and then coming into this season. But now, like, looking at all the couples on the show right now, Kristen and Luke, Danny and Nia, I don't know who else is left, but are Jason and Janet low-key the most functional couple of this group? Even though they're the villains, he always stands up for her, and he kind of goes out of his way to stand up for her. They seem to have healthy communication, and they definitely they joke a lot. I kind of feel like they may actually be the strongest couple out of everyone on this show. What do you guys think?
First of all, love Ben. Shout out to
love Ben.
We love Ben.
We summoned him.
We really did summon him.
Yeah.
I fully agree. Janet,
I've liked Janet since season 1, by the way.
I agree.
I think that she was necessary for the show.
I think so,
because
too.
otherwise, who was Kristen going to fight with?
Exactly. And I think that the audience was really conditioned from the start of the show to really sort of be in the corner of Kristen, her big comeback. And I get it. I was too. But I think that just set sort of Janet up to fail in this feud with her that we're still talking about it, and people are still using sort of the fan it, or they call it fan it? Like, they're still using that against her, and I'm like, okay, but it's the way that the cards are falling. Danny and Nia's relationship is not one that I would ever be envious of.
Of course not.
Brittany and Jax, done.
Yeah.
Kristen and Luke are having a tough time postpartum.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of sympathy for that, obviously, but it's not necessarily a relationship that I'm envious of. Michelle and Jesse are done.
Are they?
You don't think they are?
I root for them to get back together. Although she's fucking Dr. Dre. I see the photos.
Holding hands at Nobu Malibu.
All right.
Those grainy ass images.
You left Jesse for Dr. Dre? Maybe Google first, honey.
She likes the money, okay?
All right. Michelle's dead. She's locked in my basement, okay? Listen to the Eminem song and then get back to me.
Help. Yeah.
And then there's the periphery couples,
There's Jasmine, there's Zach, and those seem like good relationships, honestly.
They are, but I don't care about either of them.
It's just that I think that Janet and Jason are these lightning rods, and it just doesn't fully make sense to me. But I think that Janet's been kind of vindicated. And listen, her delivery sometimes is I'm like, Janet, you're not helping yourself.
No, listen.
You don't always need the apology. You don't always, but
she's what Ray Sardi would say is she's right. She has a point, but she'd be arguing wrong.
Yes,
she is
exactly
her delivery is very
It's
aggressive.
very but what about me?
Yeah, it's very aggressive. It's very, sometimes it's a little holier than thou too.
Definitely.
But I think this just may be how she interacts with people on the show, because Ariana Madix has IRL friends with Janet and has said to me she's fat.
Yes.
Yeah,
I believe it.
And I believe Ariana.
And if she's vouching for her in that way.
Yeah.
And she also said that, she sort of said something on Watch What Happens Live, I don't watch, Ariana saying she's never watched any of the Valley.
That's a flex.
Huge flex. Huge flex. But she was like, listen, I don't know how Janet is on the show, but in real life, I believe it. At the core of Janet's arguments are arguments that I believe in.
Of course. And I think this goes into something we can talk about with fans and their distortion of what's actually happening in these shows just because they have favorites, and also what is happening with the core conflict of a show. You often have these moments where fans seem adverse to conflict on the show. They want the person they don't like to be fired, forgetting that this is a reality TV drama.
We need conflict.
Right. You need conflict. Are you going to watch
Let's go watch
are you going to watch a scripted drama with no conflict?
No.
Right. So you want that in these shows, and it's always odd when people are vehemently against someone who is in conflict with their favorite person. And obviously this happened with Janet and Kristen. And I think it's because of a years-long relationship with Kristen where they've been
definitely
able to enjoy the ups and downs and the highs and lows of her reality television career.
Mm-hmm.
But if you step outside of being a fan of Kristen and remember her Vanderpump Rules tenure, you would also be mad at Kristen. Stassi would be fighting with her on the show right now if she were on the Valley.
And that's the thing. People will forgive and forget certain things and not others. Lala is such an interesting example because I think she's actually having like a really unexpectedly good showing on this season of the Valley.
I'm not watching this season. So I wouldn't know.
She's taking it to Danny, who is like mistreating his wife, over drinking, terrible drunk. She's the only one calling it out, essentially.
Yes.
She's like the voice of reason all of a sudden. But people will never seemingly come around to her because of how she handled her final season of Vanderpump Rules with Ariana and trying to be the villain there. But it's like, we're never going to forget that about Lala, but we're going to forget about maybe some of Kristen's ups and downs over the years. It's so interesting to me what people will hold on to and what they won't. And like the thing about being a reality star is you're taught to move forward. You have to move on. You can't, if you hold on to a grudge on reality TV, if you won't move on from a conflict,
then you're on Beverly Hills.
Or you're fired. And like and like that's just not, that's like the direct opposite of how you handle being on a show. So it's funny how some fans are unable to do that, and they're unable to like recognize sort of the tension there. And yeah, it's a frustrating experience sometimes.
Well, speaking about the fans, is there a point where audience feedback has become too powerful?
Yeah.
You know, are fans helping shape these shows, or are they inadvertently breaking them?
I sort of go back to what I said about some of the best reality stars and Bravo stars are people who understand that there is like space for that feedback and that criticism of them online and amongst the fans. Some of the other best reality stars don't even read any of that stuff. Don't pay attention to that stuff. Giselle Bryant, number one on that list. Doesn't really go on social.
I love Giselle.
And so do I.
And listen, Giselle and I got into it on Watch What Happens Live.
Can you remind me of what happened there?
I was bartending when promoting my book,
okay,
when she was there with Robin Dixon. And I asked a question about Ashley's finances. And Giselle,
reasonably shady, some might say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Giselle was like, Ashley's fine. Ashley's fine. Like, we got into a little bit, but then, you know, we posed, we chatted afterwards, got photos, etc.
Giselle
gave
gets
her a copy of my book. She got it.
She gets it.
Now, Ashley did block me after that, which is crazy.
And Ashley usually actually understands it too.
I know.
From my
We've done so many things together over the years, though, so maybe she felt that it was a betrayal.
You know what?
I mean, during COVID, Ashley Darby and I did a like an Instagram live about you know, Black Lives Matter, etc. So
can I give you some feedback?
Yeah.
Episode idea: burying the hatchet with Ashley Darby.